Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rusty JDM. What's that? Oh, is that? In today's video, I will be working on my radiator support. Now, in my previous episode, I managed to feed the engine into the car, but in today's episode, things are a bit different. I'll be doing my oil cooler lines, power steering lines. I will show you guys what I've done with my wirings, and I will put my radiator support. So stay tuned. Alright, so what we've got here is the power steering line. Now this is the factory power steering out of the 2JZ. So from here all the way to the hard line, which is right under here, that's the previous or the factory line, and then after that was custom made. So that bit, and then you get the other bits. Now with the return line, so that was the feed line to the power steering box, which is here. With the return line, the pressure will be less, so I don't need to do the fitted one. So what I've done, I got the line here, and then with the other end of the line, it's literally just clamped in. So the best way of doing this on MS85, if you can do both line, it will be great, but I've done only one of them. So what I've done, the return line literally comes through here and then back into the chassis, so the cross member, as you can see here, through, let's probably closer, through here, and then return to this bit here. Now with the main feed one, it goes the other way, so I have to feed it through the front of the engine. So the line comes through the front, like I mentioned, and just from here I just have to mount this line here and then through this fitting here. Alright, so that's how the setup looks. So you got the main feed, goes through the front, from under the balancer, and through here, and feed the box, and the return, the same line goes through here and then through the chassis, goes inside the chassis here, gets out of the chassis here, and return into the reservoir. Now with the relocation, filter relocation for the engine, so I've got the sandwich sitting right on the block for the engine, and you get one line comes through here from under, and it's going to sit here. I already drilled the inner guards, and we're going to install that right now. So I've tested by putting the battery here. So when the relocation filter sits here, there's actually enough space to get through the filter to replace it. So the battery sits here, and then you can change or replace the filter through this end here. Now the next thing is I've got this kit here called fan switch. You can actually buy them through eBay, and the part number is 0448, and that's the brand fan switch. Now with this kit here, I actually use this kit in my other project. So that's a kit here, so it's very handy. You got two relays for, so it's two fans, or you can run one fan. So how it works, you get all the wiring that you need to use, they're all marked. So earth, ignition, aircon, fan 1, fan 2, battery, and the ground. And then you can set up your temperature to whatever temperature you want the fan to kick in. So the first one will kick in, and then after 10 seconds the second one will kick in, and then when the temperature drops by 5 degrees, it will turn off. Very handy and very easy to install. So I already drilled my holes, and I have enough clearance to put my battery, and the only reason I'm putting this here so I can hide all my wiring right under the battery tray. So we're going to do this right now. Now with this kit, there's two type of temperature you get. You get this one, and the other bits you can actually put it through the radiator core, or this one through the block or the intake. So that goes for the coolant. And they have a few different threads to suit your type of engine. This is very handy. So all you do is put that in the engine, and then just plug it here. Okay, so that's for the coolant, and then or the other bit is this one here, which that goes through the radiator core, and same thing, so you just plug in. So either way, so that's for the wiring here. Now with my return line for the oil filter, I have the line, but I just have to measure it when I put my radiator support. So that will be later when I finish my radiator support. And for all the wirings that I've done for the engine so far, so this type of wiring here, that's for the engine. You get earth, and then you get the positive here. So that's for the engine, and then for the car you get this wiring here. So that's the power feed for the car, and that's for the engine. That has to be sorted later. And the line for my transmission cooler, so if you remember in my previous episode, the line was sitting here and facing toward the passenger side. That's the hard line. What I've done, I cut the line which made them shorter. Now I put them through this end here, and what happened with those, that will go through these holes here and then through the coolant. So I just have to do those once when I put the radiator support on. with the next hose I have to undo the coolant, the cooler, and get the hose from behind. I can't get through here because it's really tight, but that's about it. Alright, so you saw the oil cooler lines, so going through the radiator support. So one of them goes to the sandwich on the block, and the other one goes into the oil filter here, and then from the oil filter into the sandwich. So that will be the oil system for the engine. You saw the transmission as well, so I just need to finish up the next hose. So after that I will be doing, so this is all going to be behind the scene. I will be doing all my wiring for the fan, something easy. I'm not good with wiring, so I can do the easy stuff. And I will be doing the I'm gonna buy hoses for the radiator, because the other end is actually a smaller diameter, which I need to replace that. With the AC compressor kit, the link is in the descriptions where I got it or how I install that, and I'm guessing that's about it. So maybe 1 or 2 more episodes we'll be doing on the car with the exhaust and the wiring. I won't be doing those, so someone else will be doing them, but if I can film them I will put them so you guys can see. So if you stick this far with this project, I do appreciate it, and thank you for your support. I will be trying to make other projects, and we go from there. So thank you for watching, and take care.